Hey folks, today we're going to talk about the game Stalker. Now if you remember, I did a reboxing of this, I believe, and I had to store the cards kind of like outside of everything just to kind of get the stuff to fit in there the way it felt like it should. Well, I've since purchased an insert. I got this from Etsy. It was a real easy transaction. I kind of bought the S.T.A.L.K.E.R files on Etsy, and I printed out the insert myself. I believe if you wanted to buy this, it's like $80 something, I think, for him to make it for you. But it was about $11 to just print the insert for it, and I thought we'd talk about it, see how it is. One of the big things I was irked about, especially once you sleeve the cards and stuff, is there wasn't really enough room to keep all those cool missions and stuff all together. Now this will replace the tuck boxes. It's got little holes so you can kind of push the missions out. But these little mission boxes supposedly will hold all of the missions in sleeved cards and everything, which I don't think I've sleeved those yet. I have them though. These of course printed separately. This is like the biggest print, and it's the only print I really had a problem with. My first one had a little warpy issue at the bottom, but that's not this guy's issue. Also, these two tag pieces that kind of indicate which mission is which. These were separate and then glued on. So this is the only assembly you really have to do, is to glue these things on. Everything else is just going to kind of slide into place. It's pretty cool. There's a number of card trays too, and they said they designed it with the player mat in mind. And I think just the way the reflections are, let's kind of bring this around here. We do have labels inside of each bin, so you know which kind of cards go where. That's neat. And there are a number of these little things, all labeled. So it's got a card tray for these big event cards and stuff. I believe those are kind of like much bigger cards. And I've got an insert for the personal stories. I don't think I got this expansion, but this will kind of help take up some room in there, I think. Got a nice token tray, custom made for the tokens in here. We'll see what this actually does to replace some of the stuff that they have in there. And this is something else I thought was really interesting. So there's like an overall holder for it. But then you've got these card sleeves that kind of slide out of the way. This would hold a lot of cards. But you kind of slide it out and put it down on the table. You know, set up. And then we have these smaller ones. So you can put the different types of cards in here and then just kind of set them out where they go. I don't see labels. I don't see labels on these, but I believe there are some instructions that kind of point out like what's suggested to be put in there. But there's a lot of room to organize these, depending on what kind of game you're playing. Playing the campaign or just something else. But that's all the pieces printed out. We'll have to pull all this stuff out and we'll check it out and see how it does. Yeah, it's sort of the state of the cards now. I kind of skipped the insert on this whole side of the box. And I just have no rubber bands on all the different types of cards. So it'll be interesting swapping these out into something else. And these into card sleeves where they go. I've even got my extra sleeves I haven't used yet. Put in here, taking up space. Okay, so I've pulled everything out and organized it, more or less. This was probably the biggest task, is pulling all of these out, but boy, do they fit nicely in here. These are all sleeved, of course, so we've got the big cards on that side and the little cards. Some of them have spaces for tokens and stuff like that, but they're all very clearly laid out here. And they fit in there real nicely. The only thing that you're missing is going to be this little tuck box with the art and stuff. It's kind of cool. Almost wish there was a way to kind of take that art and like stick it in. You probably could jam it into one of these, but the point was to make this a nice compact little thing and fairly organized. And there we go. We got these little stickers here. These indicate which way is pointing forward. And they're mostly for the standees, but I just kind of kept them there. And we got our little message from Awakened Realms. I like to keep that in there. It's kind of a sentimental thing. The next is, this regular size card stacker. We've got these separated here into different types of cards. I just kind of went with whatever made the most sense. There's of course other cards. I've got these no rot rubber bands that sort of separate these, so I can deal with them. Supposedly these were made with the layout of the game in mind, with a game mat, so you can kind of lay these out on the game mat. We've got all these are all cards that you would pull in a game, and they're real happy with the content of these. They can be changed slightly depending on how, maybe you're playing Zone Survival mode a lot, or you're playing the campaign a lot. But there is space to fit everything in, so all the cards fit in here just fine. These are all the Awakened Realms sleeves, in case that matters. That's going to go right here. I've also got a number of little card trays, and these are laid out. Don't know if I need these rubber bands on here. I'm probably just going to leave them on just for now, because I kept dropping them out of here anyway. So, but yeah, all the different types of cards have a little tray. This tray came with the game. Oh, looks like I missed a bolt. Came with the game and had kind of a lot of in-game items that you would use. Those have been consolidated into this tray here, which is going to hold all that stuff. These are a lot of in-game things and a lot of setup stuff. Right in here, there's some those circle tokens down there. Yep, a little separate place for all the different types of bullets and stuff. That's going to go right here. And then we got more cards. I wasn't sure what to do with this thing, so I put it up here. And then other cards that you'll pull during the game and stuff. I'm just going to throw that right here for now. So right here, we got the Personal Stories expansion, which I think is just these areas here. And then this said personal items, so I guess that's where the sliders and stuff like that go. So I've put that over there, along with couple of other little tokens that would go with you. And here we got a nice area for the event cards, and probably a discard area too, for when you're playing the game. But in the meantime, it's going to store like our player aids, and your enemy cards, and our stalkers that we're going to pick from and stuff like that. They're all stored nicely right here. And that's just going to fit in like so. Got a nice tight fit to everything so far. Now we've got everything that we've printed out, and then we'll just see how it incorporates the rest of that. So we've got this tray here, which I use to hold kind of the rest of everything, and these little standee stands and stuff like that. And then we've got this tray, which has the dice, some standees for all the baddies and stuff if you're going to play without the models, and of course the painted miniatures, the dice, etc. And that's just going to fit in right here. Now this particular, I think I'm just going to stick the anomalies on top, like right there. So one thing you did have to do with this is they asked you to cut. So you cut the lip of this particular tray off. And then it's just going to fit in here like so. Yeah, we'll just kind of cut the trim away on that. Then all the maps, probably a much more efficient way to do this. In fact, I've seen somewhere, someone had a print file that you could get that is like a tray for all these things, but I couldn't find it. I haven't decided if I want to purchase that yet, than the sundry of other paperwork. that comes with this game, and the little folders and everything. That takes it right to the top of the box, but the box goes all the way down. Oh lordy, it is heavy now. Box goes all the way down, no lid lift on that. Pretty well packed, I'd say, too. Everything is all the way down in there, so really good insert from that. Thank you very much. There'll be a link to it down below if you're interested. I do not get anything from it, so if you liked it, be sure to let them know who sent you. Until next time, enjoy your games. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.